everyone, and welcome back to my channel about KonMariing your home. Those of you who know me will know that I love Marie Kondo, the tidying up woman. Now, over the last few years, I've got rid of about 80% of everything I own, and that's definitely a choice, and not because I can't afford to buy a house and renting means I have to move house almost every year and so my entire life has to fit in the back of a car. It's not that, it's a cool, trendy lifestyle choice that I want to do. Let's look at some tips. Try cutting down your wardrobe. Do you really need that jacket? Throw that skirt away. Make sure you thank every item of clothing as you put them in the bag for the charity shop. Thank them for the space that they'll free up in the next moving van when your landlord decides to move their kids into the place you're currently renting. Thank you. It'll take a lot less time to pack this time. Books. Now, Marie Kondo says you should only own about 30 books. I admit I was really struggling with this, but then the last time I moved house, because my landlord was selling the place I was living in, the removal company actually lost several boxes of my books, which is great, and I'm not sad about that at all. It's a good thing. I'm KonMariing. This is all fine. So I actually thank them for losing my books. They're actually a really good removal company. They've done 4 of my last 7 moves, and they've said they'll give me 10% off my 9th move with them, like a coffee shop stamp card, but instead of a latte, it's the hugely expensive and stressful event of moving house. So nice of them. Ask yourself what furniture sparks joy in your flat, and then ignore that and just decide what you're able to own based on whether your next flat is furnished, part furnished or unfurnished. In 10 months' time, your landlord might give you 8 weeks notice to move out because they're moving back into the property anyway. So there's no point getting too attached to this stuff or too settled down. I'm like a cool rolling stone, not gathering any moss. I don't want to settle down and get involved in my community. I'm a rolling stone. I'm Mick Jagger. He owns property in 8 countries. Save space by storing everything digitally. For example, I keep my list of previous addresses in Evernote so I can remember them all when I need to fill in a form. Now, sometimes when I'm filling in a form, I have so many previous addresses that the whole website glitches and I have to call customer services. But regardless, this is a real space saver. When you're KonMariing, you're allowed a few sentimental items. I like to keep this photo of my parents here on my desk. Some days I just look at it and think, when you were my age, you've been paying off your mortgage for 10 years. They have whole rooms in their house that they don't use. Imagine that, I can't. So there are some useful tips that I hope you can use, whether you're moving out because the landlord is selling up, moving back in, moving their kids in, renovating so they can put the rent up, or just putting the rent up anyway and pricing you out. Remember, getting rid of your possessions is fun and not a horrible necessity. See you in the next video when I'll probably be living somewhere else.